I think I'm just gonna leak the video. But I think that's the way to go.
Like Twitch wanted me out for the whatever related to the trans stuff, I guess. They'll just ban me. They're not gonna be like, wait, hello? Did the stream end?
Go in, queen. Make sure he takes accountability for his but on kind of opposing sides. And she was super supportive of it. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. I'm still waiting for him to send me his... Actually, I should remind him right now while we're waiting.
Who's sending who what?
And then after that, I've reached out to Trainwrecks and Sam Hyde, haven't heard back. So we're gonna kind of keep exploring. I had JF reach out to me. We talked a little bit over email. I haven't responded to him.
Wait, did she say JF? Like JF Gary Epi?
It happened. Since your last Sneako interview, it feels like he's become disingenuous and a conspiracy theorist, saying things just for clout and saying things he doesn't believe. Yeah, I'd agree.
Ooh.
Feels like he's gone in a weird direction.
Ooh.
And I'm super curious to get like his thoughts on it.
Ooh.
Like I'm curious to know if he feels like he's been sucked into kind of like chasing the clout trap, like just like trying to push on social media and realizing that like clippable videos, even if they make people hate you, are still really good for business, right? All fame is good fame.
Ooh.
All press is good press.
I'm done.
Is this a humanizing episode? No, this is not humanizing.
Ooh, dehumanizing.
This is one where I'm going to be a little bit more like open about my positions and push back on him. I told him that I wanted to kind of talk to him about the fresh and fit stuff. Just waiting. Let me see.
Does Sneako stop asking to come on your stream since it's banned, or do you guys just talk less? I reach out to him sometimes. I keep asking if he wants to go out to eat, but he's like in other cities and shit. And then he came on last time to argue with Abbo, so I think we're okay. I'm pretty sure we're okay. I hope.
Friend him on the cuck allegations. Gosh. So a bunch of people asked if I would watch that video done by whatever
Brandon?
that weird guy's name is.
That weird guy? Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I didn't watch it. I had somebody else review it for me while I was streaming, and I decided against watching it. It feels like an extremely
Hit
biased
piece?
smear video. I
True.
don't like the constant cuck. I don't give a fuck, to be honest. I don't give a fuck who people, what would people want to do in their relationships. Like, let's say it's true that he literally does enjoy being cucked, which I doubt. I don't care. Like, why would I give a fuck? And for his brand, it would kind of make sense to hide.
I messaged Low Tier God. I've tried to add him. It's just whether or not he figures out how to accept my friend ad.
I think the quartering would be interesting. Quartering. I'd really like to get Lauren Southern on at some point. Any thoughts on bringing on somebody like Colin Wright or Emma Hilton regarding sex separation in sport? I don't know who those people are. So definitely maybe. Ask him about how red pill guys, since so much for other red pill guys like Sneako, not saying anything to Andrew Tate, and academics not saying anything to that. And academics, yeah. I do want to ask him about that, about basically being like, what was going on through your mind? I just want to ask him in general about it, and then maybe see where it goes. I don't have like a rigid plan for this conversation. I just wanted to kind of touch base, see how he's doing. I had some questions. It was actually originally going to be a Lycan conversation, and then I must have misunderstood Lycan about his availability, or I didn't. I don't think I asked it actually. So I was like, let's do two.
Good one. Good one.
Wow, Sneako, sorry. Hee hee. Ooh. Do Lav?
Yes, do her.
And
Sorry.
Destiny and a call. He's
4.2 million stone down here and I missed it the whole time?
How's it going? Do you want to do live watch Inception while we're waiting? I am on YouTube, so I can do it. Can do. Hold on, I gotta swap my sound settings.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said the do her thing. My bad.
When is the humanizing Kyle Rittenhouse video? Oh, that would be so good. That would be so interesting.
Rittenhouse is mine. Hello?
Oh, hi, buddy.
Why are you wearing this stupid fucking sweater? Were you ever a lifeguard?
Yeah, actually, I am trained as a lifeguard.
Really? Tell me how to do CPR right now.
Correct. Sure, 30 and 2.
Really? You still do breaths?
Yeah, of course.
I thought they didn't recommend that anymore. How out of date is your training?
It's pretty out of date.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. Wow. Fake lifeguard.
God, you're so fucking loud. Holy shit, you're destroying my ears.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. No, it's on my end. What's up?
What are you
Buddy?
talking to Sneako about today?
I don't know. I'm not sure where he is. I want to ask him about the Fresh and Fit stuff.
What about it?
Did you watch the DJ Academic stuff?
Ooh, yeah, I did. Yikes, bro. Yikes.
Yeah. So I wanna see what was going on in Sneako's head. I'm very curious as to why he like jumped in and encouraged it. I have my theories, but I wanted to talk to him about it. Do you wanna see if you can be in the call? I can see. I'm sure he'll love to chat with you. His original moderate daddy.
I kind of have it's funny because I've been asked this so many times by so many different people over the past couple of weeks. If I know a lot of stuff by virtue of the age I am and the things that I've experienced and everything in terms of how to survive in this industry. If I were to sincerely play a mentorship role to somebody and they ignored me, it would actually drive me crazy. I would actually go insane. So typically, when I have people on, I don't ever play the role of like the mentor. I usually just like listen and then see what's going on. And if they ask for advice, I'll like offer it, but I'm never explicitly in a mentorship role. Because one, I don't think most people want the advice because people like to figure it out themselves. There's a lot of egos in this industry, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then two, like, I think it's very annoying and condescending when somebody tries to play that role. Did you ever watch The Wire?
No, I've heard of it, but I don't know anything about it.
Yeah, there's a line where there's a gangster about to kill another gangster, and the gangster that's about to be killed was like, "I was like a father to you," and then the other gangster replies, "I wasn't meant to play the son." Like nobody thinks that they need to be mentored. Everybody thinks they have the answer. So I'm not here to like try to like butt heads with somebody. I like to let people figure your own shit out. So yeah. So
it's kind of weird though, right? Like I don't know. Maybe it's just coming from my academic background, but like being mentored is like the greatest thing I ever got. Like I got 2 years straight under like one supervisor in my undergrad, and it was absolutely a mentorship role, and it was incredible. Like I learned so much, and there's like nothing more. In my mind, there's nothing more enjoyable than like basically getting to be the student, because like, first of all, like the reality is like you get a lot of outs for being like a dumb idiot. So if you like say stupid shit or you're wrong, it's like, it's fine. You're just a dumb student. So, loving that avoidance of responsibility. But more importantly, you get like intimate one-on-one advice regularly from somebody who's been ahead of it. I don't understand. Like mentorship is like,
it's different.
I don't know, the best thing.
I think it's different when you're doing stuff like this, like online stuff, because the path isn't as rigidly carved and there's a lot of room for interpretation.
Isn't that the best place for mentorship though? Because you can have somebody like at your at your hand to like reactively help you figure out what's going on, and somebody who's been in it for 13 years. I know it won't be perfect one-to-one, but I feel like if anything, if you've already got a system and a structure, there's actually less need for mentorship. That's kind of why like
there's why people happy slash another $40 down the drain.
You can say that it's the best place for mentorship, but it's also the best place for egos, right? Like if I go and I talk to somebody who's like a really good chemical engineer or something, it's highly unlikely that I'm going to be like, well, actually, I can do this myself. I have my own statistical methods. I've got my own types of data analysis. Like I don't need you, right? Because like who the fuck is going to reinvent the wheel on, like stats or whatever, right? That it's going to be pretty rare for an ego to pop up there. But in like entertainment stuff, you're probably way more likely to, especially when you're on like, when you're talking to like leaders in entertainment, there's probably going to be a lot more of a chance for egos to run high there, such that people aren't going to, people just aren't going to want to hear the feedback, especially when you're critiquing them, right?
For sure. Yeah, it's like a mixture of both artist syndrome, but also like the artist who's self-selecting of saying, I'm valuable enough that I should be famous. So it's like kind of, you got like double level of ego going on.
Yeah.
So I guess so. It's just strange to me, but maybe that's just like coming from my academic background. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Mentorship
it's also,
good.
and then like you got to consider that like there's going to be a lot of feelings, especially at this point now, of like, I told you so and stuff like that, which nobody ever wants to. I would never want to hear that. And that'll make people like more resistant to like feedback and everything. So yeah, there's all sorts of, there's just a lot of psychological stuff at play,
So have the tides calmed for you? Are you doing okay?
My tides are super calm. I've learned so much about fighting online. I think I've like gotten really good at navigating.
Yeah. Do you want to mentor me the first time I get a major fight in it?
Yeah, I have so much great advice if anybody ever wants to listen. Yeah, some people do. Actually, some people listen to some things like, wow, I can't believe it. Like the number one thing is that like no matter what the online fight or drama is, just chill for like a few days and it'll be gone. Everything, like no matter what.
Always.
It was funny over the Mizkif stuff that like both sides keep coming to me like asking questions and like, should I do that? And then it's like, I'd probably do this. I'd probably do that. It's kind of interesting to see everything going down with everybody. But there's that. Stuff will go away. Just be chill. My number one advice is don't respond immediately. Like just chill. You can wait like a day to put out a response. It's very, very rare, especially the more complicated the drama gets or the more organized your adversaries are. It's very rare that you're going to be able to come up with a coherent, valid response to whatever you're being accused of or whatever the drama is in a single 2-hour thing. Like sleep on it, chill. Nobody ever got in trouble for taking 24 hours to release a statement. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's a good thing to think about, because one thing I've noticed like getting into this space is like feeling this rush to like jump in on stuff. And like every time a drama happens, I always just want to like go the opposite way. Not because I'm like even afraid from it. Usually it's just I don't give a fuck. And it seems so messy. But you're right. If you're embroiled in the middle of a drama, it doesn't matter if you wait because everyone's waiting for your response. So even if it takes 2 days, people are gonna still be fucking chomping at the bit for it.
There's also, this is something that's taken me a long time and I'm still like working on improving it. Something that's really good that if you can do this in life is learning like from cross disciplines and applying lessons you've learned from other things to other types of situations. So like a direct example of that is did you ever do customer service?
Yes.
Did you ever do restaurants in particular, or anything time sensitive for customer service?
I did like fast food, if that counts.
Okay, fast food can be an example, okay? So here is a golden rule of customer service, and even when you're in the heat of the moment, it doesn't feel true, but it is, okay? If you are running behind on your kitchen times, and if the food is taking a long time to come out, as long as it comes out good, people will shut the up and be chill. Even if customers are irate, even if they're opposite, even if they're screaming at you, as long as when the shit comes out and when the servers are friendly, everything will disappear as soon as they've got the first bite in their mouth, as soon as they've got their food. The worst thing you can do, if I have the opportunity between taking 10 minutes to get food out that's late or 5 minutes to get shitty food out that's late, it's tempting to go for the 5 minutes, but if you just chill, wait until the shit is ready and it's done properly, everything's plated, everything's warm, everything's fresh, ready to go. As soon as people have the food, the worst they'll do is grumble. But if things are good, people will like laugh and move on. This is like a lesson for like, you don't have to release a statement immediately. Just wait a little bit. Even if people are grumpy, even if people are upset, as long as your statement is good and you've addressed everything, never, ever, ever, nobody has ever in the history of all of mankind come out and said, man, you should have released that yesterday. I can't believe you took one day. As long as your statement is good, coherent, concise, or whatever, then you're good to go. And I think that's the same lesson I would take from like the fast food shit. What is this? Yeah.
Yeah, it's, I don't know if you've ever read Chris Voss, Never Split the Difference.
Nope.
He's an FBI negotiator, and it's super good. Like if you ever want a really good book on just like communication and like, I view like most of life as negotiations. It's just fantastic. But he talks a lot about the idea that like deadlines are arbitrary, which again, as like a rigid academic was like probably the biggest principle I still struggle with, where he's like, even if you like, he gives an example, like a story where he was like negotiating with a team after he left the FBI, and he was negotiating like a really big sale for this company because he was a consultant. And they like flew to, I think, like Dubai for like 5 days. And the whole time he says that like there's this tactic that the people they're negotiating with, where they basically waste your time the full 5 days that you're there until like the last fucking minute. And then they try to drop basically the negotiation to more or less like rush you into the negotiation.
Sure. Okay.
And he basically like points to being like, even if you leave Dubai and you negotiate like 2 days later from home, they'll still want it because they still want your money.
Yeah.
And you won't lose anything and you'll come to a better decision. Like deadlines are always arbitrary, which is like, God, I wish more people understood. I wish I understood that more. I still operate like struggling with that concept a little bit.
Sure. Although the one thing you have to be careful there, and this is never brought up when that type of advice is given. Similar types of advice are given like for job interviews, like, oh, know your value, be ready to walk away and blah, 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 blah. That advice only applies when you have leverage. It's very important to understand that. So gaining leverage is really important, because if you go into, you know, some job interview, like the cock of the walk, and you're like super confident, blah, 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 and you're just like, oh, I've got a 4-year comp sci degree and no experience, like they're not going to give a fuck. Like you can try to, you know, talk shit all you want, but like at the end of the day, you're replaceable as fuck. So you have to have leverage before you begin the hardcore like negotiating strategies, right?
Yeah, no, that's true. Actually, I didn't think about that. But yeah, if you have any level of power, then it's arbitrary. But if you're like, if it's a cop and you're a citizen, you don't get to negotiate.
Yeah. You need the leverage is really important.
Yeah. So any other lessons that you've learned from the last couple of days of drama? I feel like there's got to be a meta conversation at some point about like emotional boundaries. I'm
really good in that. I'm pretty emotionally unaffected by most of what goes on online.
That's the issue. That means you have no emotional boundaries because you don't care that much, which is like a tricky thing because
actually,
you don't have these boundaries.
Yeah, go ahead. Finish what you're saying. I'm sorry. I just completely...
No, you're good. I think it's tricky, right? I think relationships. So this is something at least Nick and I learned in our relationship. Nick is so chill with everything, and he's just willing to like go with the flow. He really likes giving. He's just kind of nice. He doesn't need much from people. So we just like didn't have a lot of boundaries. And I'm a pretty conscientious person, but those people are really hard to know where the line is to like take care of them as well, because they don't ask for anything. They don't need anything. And they're kind of chill with everything. And it like sets up this like nature in the relationship where like one person is necessarily kind of always taking and the other person's always giving, but they're both chill with it. But it like establishes this pattern that I think is like really pernicious to the point where like the first time Nick like finally says no to me, I'm like, what the fuck, right? Which is terrible on my part. Like it's fully still on my part to be mad about being told no by something. So like what we did when we reconciled and like fixed our relationship and stuff was we like established artificial boundaries to some extent for nothing else than to like practice the art of like having boundaries for him. And it just like, I don't know what it did. It felt like magic, but it just like really balanced out our relationship, even though they were kind of artificial and like stiff and weird.
Yeah, I have to keep reminding myself of this because I keep saying that even what I just said is I shouldn't say that. It's actually not good. And I want to teach more people this, especially people that have like a very lax or laid back attitude. Boundaries are for both people. It's really not acceptable or it's not good for me to say like, oh, I have no boundaries. Oh, I have no boundaries. Oh, I have no boundaries, because it trains the other person to act in a really selfish and inconsiderate manner. And then when you do finally say something, it's kind of hard for you to be like, hey, like don't do this, when the other person's like, okay, well, you told me the entire time that you don't care about anything or you don't have problems with any of this. Now you're telling me you do? Now I'm ultra mind fucked. I feel like people are like training dogs. If you do something over and over and over again in a certain way, then the person's going to have like a huge response predictably because that's how you've trained them, you know? And I think I'm definitely guilty of that, to where I am really lax. I don't have very many boundaries, but even if I don't, like you should be like rigid about the ones that you do set, if for no other reason than because it gets the other person a more realistic expectation of how they should be treating you. And then when you do need to make an ask for something, that there's like, it's possible, you know? That's a really hard. Me and Melina had a really tough conversation because when I've been doing a lot of stuff recently, just like in everything in terms of talking to people. I did the Change My Mind events and everything, and I don't need anything. I don't need any space. I don't need whatever. I usually can just go. But the past few whatever have been like pretty exhausting for me in terms of like social battery and emotional everything. Like just a lot of stuff going on. And I asked Melina, I was like, hey, like, can I like fly back and just hang out on my own for a week? I just want to be able to like chill on the couch, not think about it. Just like, I just want to like, boom, like do streaming, not have to worry about any obligations, anything potentially upsetting anybody, blah, blah, blah. But when I ask that, because I've never made a request like that almost ever to Melina, the first place that her mind goes is like, oh my God, so you hate me. So I'm a burden when I'm around you. So like I'm trouble.
Like, what the
so,
fuck's going on?
Exactly. Yeah. And then it feels to her, she's like, okay, well, I guess are you going to break up with me? Or doing anything? Like that's where her mind goes. And I can understand because I've like never, ever made a request like that before. So as soon as I make one, it's like, well, you know what, humans are used to patterns and regularity, and when you change things, well, what the is going on now? Something must have changed in the relationship, you know? So I think that is important. People that say they have no boundaries, I think that's a thing that I'm trying to grow out of. I don't think that's a good thing to say. You should never say that.
Yeah. Even if you don't feel the need for boundaries. Sneako's ready. Do you want to join the call, or do you want me to call him separately?
You can ask him midway if he wants me to, but I don't want to like impose or be, I don't want to like, and it's your conversation too. But you can ask him later on if you want to, and I can jump in whenever if you want. So otherwise, we'll just be listening.
Okay, I'll call him and then I'll DM.
That is important. People that say, okay, I love you, buddy. Be careful. Bye.
Bye, buddy. Even if you don't feel the need for boundaries. Sneako's ready. Do you want to join the call, or do you want me to call him separately?
You can ask him midway if he wants me to, but I don't want to like impose or be I don't cringe. Who's this fucking cringe lord? Listen to this nasally fucking 5'7" voice. Otherwise, we're still listening.
Okay, I'll call him and then I'll DM you if he wants one.
Okay. I love you, buddy. Be careful. Bye.
Bye, buddy. Hello, hello.
What's up?
Woo! Oh, you're loud too. Oh, it blasted my ears. Sorry. Hi, how's it going?
I'm afraid to talk loud if I don't want to.
No, you're good. You're good. I turned you down. These headphones are like super weird. So I can have like my computer at max and it'll be really soft, but these headphones will be like insanely loud. So I just have to adjust.
Why do you always have to be different? You always have to have some erudite headphones. Why are they transparent?
Why are they transparent?
They look like my grandfather's
hearing aid.
I have cute ears. I've been told that I have like. Somebody told me that my best feature on my entire face is how my ears are like perfect, basically.
I would have been offended.
Really?
I would have, that would
Why?
hurt my feelings.
It's just a compliment. It's not a good
Because it's
thing.
barely even on your face, it's on your head. It's like your face is mid, but the side of your head is good.
It doesn't, no, he wasn't saying that my face is mid. He was just saying that I have really nice ears. It's a compliment. Wait, you're doing the girl thing right now. You're doing the girl thing where like if you tell a girl that she's like a 7 or an 8, and they're like, oh, and you're like, what do you mean? That's a good score. If somebody compliments my ears, of course I'm gonna be happy.
No, but they're saying it's the best feature on your face, and it's barely even on your face. That's like saying the prettiest part about your face is your neck. You know what I'm saying? It's just like.
But I have cute ears. Maybe he was really into ears.
Okay.
I do have cute ears. I also have lots of piercings, so I get to show them off.
Okay,
do you not like my ears?
No.
Damn. Absolutely destroyed her. Yes, king. Crush her ego.
Harsh mistress.
What does that even mean? Why do you always hold these like psychological terminologies?
Because I'm a nerd. I don't try to. I genuinely, there's nothing more annoying to me than when people are like pretty obviously purposely flexing their vocabulary. I genuinely am trying not to do that, and I think it's a negative thing. I just like, I spend so much of my time like, reading like scientific articles and stuff that it just falls into my vernacular.
I'm gonna be honest. You sent me those academic research, whatever the fuck, and I didn't
think you would. I told you weren't gonna read them. I was like, are you sure you want me to send them? And you're like, yeah. And I was like, this fucker's not gonna read them. But
I really wanted to have like erudite in my vocabulary too, and have a nerd ass way. But I tried it, and then it started citing sources, and I had MLA in the front, and it felt like homework, and then I quit, and I hated myself.
And she both knew what my name meant, even though she speaks like 3 languages, and could pronounce it perfectly. So.
Well, why don't you have her on your stream right now? Why is my dumbass sitting here?
I like lots of people. I don't like only erudite people.
You guys are sleeping on Sneako, but he's gonna come around, guys. Okay, just wait for it. And then I'm gonna be able to say I told all of you. So
I have nice ears. They're not 8 out of 10. These are 9 out of 10 ears for sure.
You were fishing for the compliment though, so I just maybe not want to give it.
Oh, I was boldly fishing for the comment. I wasn't passive at like being like, no, I'm not cute. I was being like, tell me my ears are pretty.
Yeah,
I was saying it from my chest.
That made my compliment disappear. It's like, no, fuck your ears.
That's fair. Damn. But now you want to compliment them because you're like, they are kind of nice ears.
Nope.
Whatever. What about my sweater? Somebody attacked my sweater today. Steven said that my sweater.
Somebody?
Well, you very clearly cut it yourself.
No, I didn't.
Somebody?
And then got rolled in the. My fucking washer and dryer are satanic, unironically.
It kind of makes you look like the way it's because you have a black thing underneath. It doesn't really look like a crop top. It looks like you're a midget with long arms.
Jesus.
I am a midget with long arms. I got crazy ape index, bro.
I don't think you're supposed to say the word midget on Twitch.
I'm not on Twitch. You're banned on Twitch.
Oh, good.
This is where you f***ed up, bro. You should never gone on Twitch because now nobody on Twitch can react to your content.
You can't even react to it?
No, if you're on Twitch, if you're banned off of Twitch as a user, I can no longer even show your face on Twitch. So I'm not on Twitch right now. I'm just on YouTube.
Well, you can't even watch a video?
Nope.
Damn.
I'll get a ban evasion strike.
Well, that's why they got me. And I don't know. It was bound to happen. It is what it is.
It was for sure. As soon as you said you were going to Twitch, I was like, these motherfuckers are going to.
No, it's not bound to happen. Have agency.
You to the curb.
I didn't even last. I got hit with ban evasion. I'm like, I didn't even.
How many days?
Evading. I was on there for a week. The first couple days.
Apparently, he wasn't evading. He did have another account, by the way.
Running so that I can get partnered and like get in the hours.
Yeah.
And then the last 2 days, I gave up and I started talking a little bit. And then they got me for. I was eating a salad.
Yeah, I heard.
Talking crazy. I was just eating a salad.
And the strike was about ban evasion?
Yeah.
And you weren't watching like Destiny on stream or Andrew Tate or anything like that?
No, I watched Andrew Tate, yeah. But he's not banned on Twitch.
That's true. This is the issue. I mean, if we want to launch right into it, this is the issue with all moderation on these large platforms, right? Is they're vague. They're not clear about what actually is strikeable. And they use the vagueness of their language to basically like
What was his first account? It was
do whatever they want.
So to be able, they just wanted to ban me, and they just got me. It was bound to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
wait, did RTBA lie? Hold on, maybe RTBA lied. This came from the Bear, so I assumed it was true. He said that account was banned or something.
Last 2 days, today and yesterday, I filmed a really good video. I'm in New York, and I just did a 1-minute podcast, and my new channel just got banned. I had a new channel on YouTube that I was collabing on. There's no point. I was just fucking evading the ban by using my.
You just can't
YouTube
fucking
channel,
read.
And they just banned
wait.
that.
What's the account?
I got to 30,000 subs, even though it was shadow banned, and they just banned it. So I just filmed this great video today. I'm gonna edit it, and I have editors working on it. I don't even know where the fuck I'm gonna post it.
I said he lied because the content never even had an account before this one, Destiny. Oh wait, so your point was actually fucking retarded. There was no point to what you're saying. He did have another account, but it wasn't banned.
Yeah, Rumble I'm in talks too, but
gotcha.
Yeah, it's just I think I'm just gonna leak the video. But I think that's the way to go. And
wait, how many core miners are optimal to have running at one point in time? Now I just saw that they give diminished returns.
I'm gonna keep going, but yeah, it's fucking it's discouraging.
Yeah, you seem much lower spirits the last time we chatted.
It was a great video today. Regardless, though, I talked to maybe 400 people about what EA's been talking about. I asked, do white lives matter? That's such a great title for a YouTube video. Do white lives matter? And then have an angry black person going, "Ah!" in the thumbnail. Mm-hmm. And then I asked, is Kanye West crazy?
It's always better to have more, but each just gives less. Okay, gotcha.
I asked, who should be banned on social media. I asked people to define crazy. And I asked them to say, well, if Kanye West was watching this, what's one thing you would say to him? And I got great answers. Such a great video. And it's I don't even know where the fuck I'm going to post this. But it's going to go up. It's going to be up there. You should react to it.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've learned anything in this process?
Of what, being banned?
Yeah, and blowing up, the whole process, blowing up on social media, becoming basically kind of a name. I shouldn't say overnight, but really rapidly, you kind of went from being a smaller mid-content creator to very large very quickly.
It's funny, I'm canceled, and I haven't been back in New York in a while doing the 1-minute podcast in the train. I'm more famous than ever. I've never been, if you guys can look at my Instagram story, that's the one Matrix app I still have. It's so funny that I'm more banned than ever, and I'm also more popular than ever. It's weird how that works. It's I pretty much only exist on other people's channels from other people putting myself up on TikTok, and I have the creativity kit, and that's it. And it's just wild how you can kind of exist you can become an entity that's stronger with. So I don't really regret doing what I did, because I think that God has a plan, and everything is going to align itself. But it is discouraging, the fact that I was really excited about this YouTube channel, and they got it. But what was I expecting? Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people told you slow down, chill out, moderate a little bit.
Yeah, but they were always gonna get him. That's what he's gonna say.
Yeah, everybody was telling me that. Andrew was telling me that. Bradley was telling me that. But it did make a difference, even though I was adjusting it towards the end, and even though I privated all my videos. They strike me when I was in Bucharest visiting Andrew Tate for cyberbullying, for doing that video 3 months ago. It was so old.
Wasn't it about the girl, the feminist?
No, that wasn't specifically.
That's what these bots keep talking about. It had nothing to do with that. She was not part of the reason I got banned. The second last strike I got was for cyberbullying, for doing Lee, for reacting to its complicated videos, for reacting to street interviews. It had nothing to do with that.
Lee was the stuff where you're making fun of Islamic prayers, right?
No. Lee is where I'm making fun of girls with their long-ass taped-on CVS eyelashes.
Oh. So how do you know it wasn't about the girl? Did your
because that's what
YouTube
the strike
manager?
was.
Oh, okay. You can see where
I got strikes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
And then the third strike, the one that they finally terminated me for, was circumvention. Because when I got the second strike for cyberbullying, First one was for COVID misinformation. Second was for election misinformation. Third one was for cyberbullying and harassment. And then like the final nail in the coffin was circumvention. So I went on my main channel. I'm like, hey, yo, I can't stream for 2 weeks. I just got my second strike. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. And they said I'm circumventing the ban, and they got me. But the only reason I did that, and I'm going to go take it to court. Actually, I just got a lawyer today because Google owes me $200,000 for my from September that they froze when they terminated me. I'm going to take it to court because I Show Speed, the biggest streamer in the world, probably, he did the same thing. When he got his second strike, he went on his other channel and said, goodbye, breaking heart emoji. I literally just copied what he did. Goodbye, breaking heart emoji. I can't stream for 2 weeks. I just got my second strike. I'll be there soon. He's still up there streaming every single day. I did the same fucking shit, and they terminated me. It's really just, they just wanted me out. They wanted a reason. Cyberbullying, circumvention, bye.
Right. Yeah.
Just as an aside, if these platform, this is kind of one of the big holes in Sneako's logic. If a platform wants you out, they don't need to invent a reason. Like Google doesn't answer to anybody. If they wanted him out for a particular thing, they would just permaban him for it. That's super easy, right? Like if they want you out, like Twitch wanted me out for the whatever related to the trans stuff, I guess, they'll just ban me. They're not gonna be like, oh, well, we're gonna ban you for showing up late to stream one day or not dyeing your hair. Like they'll just ban you. It's not like HR is trying to cover their ass or something.
I've been super interested in some of the, maybe not shift, but kind of some of the content that you were making before you blew up. You're using a lot of Christian symbolism recently. Have you become like a Christian, or what's going on with that? Like,
my whole team is Islamic. My editor, my manager, my other editor, like their names are so Sakeb, Islam, Musa, or like the Muslim ass team. But I've been reacting to and listening to a lot of Kanye, or now goes by Ye. And I really respect.
Wouldn't they care about the public's reaction to the ban? No.
I don't know what religion I will convert to if I do. I like the idea of religion, and I think that they all derive from the idea of God, and they pretty much preach the same practices and the same beliefs, just with different hats and on different days and from different countries. It's the same thing. If you really boil it down, it's the same practices. Pray pray as much as you can, connect with God, have a good family. Family's important, and there's an afterlife. It's all the same ideas. But I respect Christianity and Islam and Judaism.
yeah, I mean, so the Abrahamic. So I would say like not all religions are the same, because definitely like Abrahamic religions are very similar. But if you go to like more Eastern religions,
I like Buddhism too. I like the idea. I think even Buddhism is even though they don't believe in God, their meditation I think is very similar to prayer. I think they take time to reflect and connect with the universe. I think what they believe in is the universe and karma, which in my opinion is God. God is just a different word for that. So I really think it's all the same thing.
yeah, that's fair. I just wonder, there's a lot of religious people that I know that would disagree with you on that, but I think it's your own journey. Okay.
Of course I would, but yeah, that's my opinion.
Okay. I was also, can I ask you, this is like, I don't want to jump right into the heat, but can I ask you about the Fresh and Fit episode with DJ Academics?
Sure.
What happened? Because I'm going to be honest, I was not impressed, which obviously you don't have to impress me.
What were you not impressed with?
I thought that the way DJ Academics went off at her was really pathetic and kind of gross.
It was too far, and especially the other girl, like he started saying, yeah, my man fucked you. Like that had nothing to do with what you're talking about. It was pretty disrespectful.
Boomer low tier god in chat. Wait, what's going on? Hello? I messaged him on Discord. I'm talking to him on Discord. Wait, whose shit just got fucked up?
Really pathetic and kind of gross.
It was too far, and especially the other girl, like he started saying, yeah, my man fucked you. Like that had nothing to do with what you're talking about. It was pretty disrespectful.
Did her stream die? All right, well, low tier god time.